Hey everyone, we're already on week 6 of Leap to the Next Level. I hope that you guys are enjoying these challenges that we're setting forth, but more importantly, I hope that you're seeing progress within your business. I love seeing what you're doing and hearing of the successes that you are having throughout these different weeks, and I hope that you're able to see the progress that you're making in your business. This week is all about connecting, networking, building your customer base, and having those contacts, because that's what we need to have a thriving business, is to always be having our customers and to know who we need to be contacting. So although it's nothing new that you're going to learn, in fact, one of the challenges is actually the very first thing that all new consultants are told to do. When a new consultant receives their starter kit, inside is a new consultant starter guide. And in that guide, the very first thing that it tells you to do is to create your list of 100. Now, this list of 100 is not really just to launch your business. When used right, you are continually using this list of 100 to always know who you're contacting and what you're contacting about. So this list is a list that you're keeping alive. You're going to be adding to it. You might be taking people off because people might be joining your team, so you need to be bringing new people onto your list at all times. So I'm going to actually put just a screenshot of the actual page that is found in the New Consultant Guide of creating your list of 100. This list is broken down into, just make it a little bit easier, like broken down into categories like friends, coworkers, and so you can just jot down names. The first thing you're going to do is you're just going to be brainstorming and be thinking of all of the different people and putting them down into the spots that they belong into. I'm actually going to add another video onto here. This video, I came across it last year, and it's brilliant. It is another direct sales representative. She's not with Scentsy, but she's sharing how she comes up with her list of 100. And it's brilliant. It really is. I've been a consultant for 9 years, and I came across it last year, and it was the first time I've ever thought of creating a list of 100 in the way that she recommended it. So I'm going to include this video so you can watch it, and so you can kind of maybe make your list of 100 the way that she recommends it. I tell you, honestly, it's so much easier. It's incredibly easier to do it with this method. So once you've come up with your list of 100, and if you get stuck, say you get stuck on like 60 or something, I want you to still go on to the next steps, and throughout the week, perhaps you're going to be able to add more to it. So don't wait to add all of your list of 100 before you move on to the next challenges. So once you are writing down your list, I want you to prioritize your list. You're going to break it up into different aspects of thinking of who's going to be a customer, who's going to be a host. Who do you think would be fantastic on your team? Who would be a great consultant who needs some extra income? Who can be a connector? So maybe not everybody on your list is going to purchase Scentsy, but somebody can be a connector and connect you to somebody who they think would either really love Scentsy, they might be a great host, or they may know somebody who is in need of a fundraiser, or who knows people who run events and may want you to do, put on an event together, do a table or a booth at an event that they have. So everybody that you have on your list is going to fall into one of 4 categories, and you're going to write down those lists of those categories that those people fall into. The next challenge that you're going to have is to come up with 20 new emails. Now this is so for every single month, you want to be adding, you want to be building your contacts, and you want to gain at least 20 new emails, or 20, I say emails so that you can add them to your newsletter so that they can be having consistent hearing, they could be hearing from you every single month, or they can get 20 new likes on your fan page. So get 20 new people that you can be having contact with. Now, how you're going to be getting those 20 emails? Really simple. You remember those Post-it notes that you have on your join packets that you're handing out or your samples that you have handing out, you want to be asking for people's information so that you can add them to your newsletter. When you're at a party, if you have 8 guests right there, congratulations, in one day you should have 8 new customers' email addresses, or friend them on Facebook and ask if they'd like to be a part of your fan page or your VIP page so that they can be hearing from you consistently. Now, what you want to do with these 20 emails that you have is ideally to put them into your workstation as your new contacts and add them to the Scentsy newsletter that Scentsy sends out in Region 1. Now, Region 2 and Region 3, I know Scentsy does not send out an email campaign for you, and what I recommend is actually creating your own newsletter. And the reason being is so that you can actually write any special that you want. You can be having, contact with your customers and let them know any specials that you have. And I would recommend that you would do it through either Mad Mimi or MailChimp. And the reason being is so you know which of your customers is actually opening up your emails. And then if you link them to certain things, so if you highlight a certain warmer or else a new buddy has just come out and you put it on the picture and you link that picture to your website, if they happen to click on that link, you know that that person was interested in that product and you know how you can follow up. Now, I'm going to also include a video of how to read the statistics of your newsletter, because really adding the emails to our newsletter, it's great because we have more contact, but we're missing a key point if that's all we're doing. There's a huge factor that we have, and this is why I say if you're going to create your own newsletter, to do it through Mad Mimi or MailChimp so that you can follow up with customers who are looking at your products. I always include an opportunity to join with me on the newsletters that I send out. So honestly, I let Scentsy send out the newsletter that they send out at the beginning of the month, but then I create my own for the last week of the month. And I always will highlight some products, any new products that are coming out, any specials that Scentsy is putting on, and also a link to hosting a party and a link to join. Because if somebody is going to go and click on join, they might just be looking at information. I wouldn't have any clue that they're interested in joining unless they actually come to me. But when I read my statistics, I then know, oh my goodness, Bobby was really interested in joining. She clicked on join. I'm going to just follow up with her and just say, hey, have you ever thought of joining Scentsy? I think you'd be fantastic. I'm not going to let her know that I saw that she clicked on it. I'm just going to simply say, hey, you know what? I've been thinking about you, and I think you'd be excellent. Have you ever thought about doing this? Same thing about hosting. If somebody clicks on hosting a party, they can do the same thing and just say, you know what, we've got such a fantastic host special going on, or I've got my own host special going on, and I think you'd be so much fun to do a party with. Have you ever thought about hosting a party? Super simple. It makes it easy to know who to follow up with and when. So please watch the video again on how to read your newsletter statistics so you know who is looking at what products and how you can follow up with them. So the next part of our week's challenge is to make sure that you are getting those join packets that you already have created. If you have not handed out all 10 of them, I want you to be going through your list. Those people that you have written down as, a consultant that you would love to have them be a part of your team, you're going to reach out to them and you're going to say, hey, I don't know if you've ever thought about this, but Scentsy has this incredible special going on right now, and I just think that you would be an awesome consultant. And then just pay a genuine compliment, a reason why you think they would be great, and see if they'd be interested, and you can send them just some information. They don't have to join right now. What you're trying to get is to gauge their interest, if they're interested enough in learning more about the business. If you have already given all 10 packets away, you are going to prepare 10 more packets. Every single month, your goal is to make 10 packets, to hand out all 10 packets, and to make your 50 samples or however many samples you want to make. You want to make them and get them out. So this is your last week to wrap up on getting your join packets out, getting your samples out, and making sure that when you're handing them out, get people's information so that you can follow up with them. And that's how you're going to add them to the newsletter. Every single month, you want to be adding at least 20 new people to either your newsletter or to your fan page or your VIP page. You want to be building your contacts constantly. Another thing that we're going to be doing, since you're going through your list of 100 and you're already identifying who is a customer, who could be a potential host, and who's going to be a potential consultant, you're going to be working with those who are a potential consultant by handing out those, or talking to them and seeing if you can hand out a join packet to them. Now, those that you have written by, that could be a host, you are going to get 3 pouch parties put together. You can be whatever, they can look at whatever you want. I simply just put like 15 to 18 of the mini testers in here. If you only have 1 pack of mini testers, this is perfect because you can just break them up. I just like to add in different fragrances from different categories. And then I just put in my host packet that I normally take to all of my hosts, and included with catalogs and order forms, and I contact and say who would like to take a little pouch party for me. This is so ideal for people who work, and it's not overwhelming. So if people only have a 30-minute lunch break, they can whip through all of those fragrances, as opposing to seeing, that great big, 80 plus fragrances and thinking, I don't have time to look at this. But when they see just a small amount of fragrances to test through, they can easily go through all of them. So your challenge is to get 3 pouch parties out. And again, you're all going off of the list of 100 that you're creating. You are going to prioritize it. You are looking to gain 20 new emails to add in every single month. So since we're at the end of this month, you should hopefully have had parties with new customers, had new contacts where you on that Post-it note that you got back, you have new addresses or people's names. Add them to the list, to your email list, or onto your Facebook page as well. And then get your 10, get your 10 join packets out or create new ones, and 3 pouch parties that you are going to have out by the end of this week. So good luck, guys. It's all about just keeping in contact and knowing who and how you are talking to each other. So I wish you guys the very best, and I'll talk with you later. Bye-bye.